Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. How much caffeine are in these everyday items? Let's find out together.
Who you talking about? This is when we read a comment that you made.
Who you talking about?
And then we guess whether it's about this one named Link or
you
this
talking
one named Rhett.
Who you talking about? This one or this one?
Lek is cool says, again, the angrier Blank gets, the more southern he gets. Oh man! Man, I'm so mad.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Man, I'm so mad.
Oh man, I'm so mad.
I'm so angry.
I am so angry.
I don't think either of us have done that, but I do think that both of us have a tendency to do this. So I feel like this is a 50-50 situation. But who gets angrier? What are you about to say?
You seem, if you listen, you'll know.
Man, always listening with at least one ear.
I feel like you seem angrier.
But you are.
I get angry, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what happens a lot?
That's true.
In my life, I actually
agree.
get angrier.
So
I'm not even talking about on this show.
So who? So
that
Link. I'm saying Link. Based on that, I'm saying Link.
I'm saying rep because you can't even see that I have it in. It's so small.
Yeah, subtle. It's Link. The angrier Link gets, the more southern it gets. 772 people said, "Hey, I agree with that."
Dang it, Bo! You're making me mad. All right, so I'm gonna lay these things out in size order, starting with the smallest. We got some 5-hour energy here.
Well, I like it's a little sparkle. Look at that.
Oh, we've got an Oreo.
I'm tall. You'd see it a lot.
You can't see that Oreo, can you? Trust me, it's there. There it is.
Now, actually, I'm excited about putting these on because look, it helps with my hair.
And then, what is this? We got some.
That's really cool.
My doll will help you get your Z's. I take this to go to sleep every night. Now this is for
It's for
cramps, fatigue, and bloating.
Hold on, but didn't Midol help people get their Z's?
Now I thought this was just for female cramps.
No.
Female
all cramps.
I thought it was just for PMS.
Leg cramps.
Not for PMS, for the MS. It's
Leg
for menstrual
cramps.
syndrome, right?
Well, can I just look at it?
Now don't
First
read
off-
the back because the game is we got to guess how much caffeine it. So Midol,
Has caffeine?
I've been aware that there's caffeine in that. A cup of coffee.
Always tasty.
So we got an actual cup of coffee here. Yep. It smells like it. And then we've got some chocolate cocoa Krispies.
All right. Let me just say a couple of things that are probably incorrect, but I have cards. We have cards that we can guess.
So we're working as a team here. Send us your knowledge through the internet and through time
Okay.
to help us out.
So we got some really small 1.335, like barely any caffeine, like barely pinging. But then we go all the way up to 200. Now, I know that Red Bull,
Now, is the Oreo one Oreo cookie or a serving of Oreos? Because I know that with each of these, it's caffeine by serving.
One cookie.
One cookie.
Red Bull has less caffeine than a cup of coffee. Because somebody told me that one time and I was like, that doesn't seem right.
I'm pretty sure that a cup of
It's
coffee
like
is
95.
either 80 or 95. I can't remember which. So we're saying 90. You're saying 95 is the cup of coffee.
But I also
And then
don't know
you're
what a
saying-
serving is.
So you're saying Red Bull is less than that?
But
so
we
you're
have
saying
120, 130, and 200. I think 200 is a 5-hour energy shot. Because the whole point of this is like energy. You know what I'm saying? So like this is concentrated, man. Right? Yeah, maybe. See how I lost confidence there?
What? So
What?
I mean, I can't think that like Cocoa Krispies all of a sudden is bringing the heat with that much. So the next,
The medicine is low. Like
well, Excedrin, you need a decent amount of.
this is supposed to help with fatigue, so I think it's higher. 3. This is super low. 1. And a cookie, man.
Well, you're forgetting about the cereal, dude. So hold on. Let's keep going down. Well, 120.
So we need the high ones on your side. low one's on my side if we want to just.
But why are you? I was kind of hoping that we would leave the items where they are and just put the sign in front of them.
Let's keep them in order.
Because
we've already done it basically.
I had a vision. All right, so now we got to move this. So you're saying something's 200, something's 130, something's 120.
And something's 5. 5?
Put these up here so people know what we're thinking.
I think there's very little real chocolate in an Oreo cookie. So I'm saying that is.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, these are not, this is wrong. These drugs have caffeine added to them to have an active effect.
You're right. Cookie and pudding
should go
lower.
Should go down there. So
and then these come up.
Let's forget about the numbers.
I got it.
Let's forget about the numbers.
Cookie, pudding, and cereal are the 3 lowest ones.
I think Excedrin has more caffeine than a Red Bull, which has more caffeine. You're saying has less caffeine than a cup of coffee, and then 5 Hour Energy drink has the most.
Yeah, put 80 next to
well, hold on.
that.
Well, we got to work backwards. So we've got
95 sounds right though.
But the biggest amount we have is 200. So that goes to that. The next biggest amount is 130 milligrams, which I'm saying is Excedrin. We can change these.
Yeah, this is the only thing that makes sense now. I believe in this system because you're right that the medication is designed, and it's the only way you can get up into those 100 numbers.
Yeah. So then the coffee. Let's move the coffee over there. See, so now and we're, you know what? This is working. So you're saying the coffee. Let's move the coffee right here.
Coffee, 95 milligrams of caffeine in a cup of coffee is like something I've like seen on the internet. It feels so right. Could be wrong.
I'm really surprised that Red Bull would have less than a cup of coffee. I would think it would have more, but
how many servings is that though? It's not a serving.
Well, I don't want to look at the back. We're just gonna have to go with it. So you've heard that it's less. We're gonna say that it's less.
Now, I feel really good about this, but the order, I think the zones are right. But let's think about the order. You think a cookie versus pudding? Pudding seems like more pure chocolate. You get more caffeine. Cocoa Krispies feels.
I think we need to switch these two. Yeah. So
I'm so committed to this being completely right at this point. If it's not, I'm gonna be very upset with myself.
Now, if this price is right, Stevie, we would have an opportunity to make a switch, and
you would tell us how many we have right.
How many we have right? So why don't you do that?
You nearly have everything right, and you should go with your gut.
Nearly, but
oh, you know, we need to switch these two back. That's what she's saying. She's trying to help us out here. Yep. So that the Cocoa Krispies has more than the chocolate
pudding. It does say cocoa in it.
Guys, you've done it.
Yes!
You've got everyone correct.
Okay, so let's get to the bottom of this. Red Bull versus coffee. All right, serving size is 1 can.
Dang. So yeah, 8 ounces of coffee, right? 8 ounces of coffee is 95?
Correct.
Yeah, 8 ounces of coffee is 95. And it's more than Red Bull. But if you really want to get it going hard, you got to go with a little thing of 5 Hour Energy. Do you ever done this?
That is a lot. Yeah, right when they came out, I was using these sometimes to give me a boost.
You need it right now?
No, maybe. But you know what? I'm thinking about taking some Midol. I've never taken Midol. Let's just experiment with some.
Why does Excedrin have so much
menstruation
caffeine?
drugs?
Why does it have so much caffeine though? Yeah, 65 milligrams per pill.
So
to do what?
It helps with headaches. Like it does. It
sure, yeah.
helps more with migraines and worse headaches. I always take Excedrin if I have like a really bad headache.
If I don't have Excedrin, I'll take a Tylenol and a Red Bull.
As opposed to an ibuprofen.
If I don't, I don't take ibuprofen.
The only reason I get headaches now is if I miss my cup of coffee. Like when I was, and I've said this before, when I was in middle school, I think in high school, I would have chronic headaches. We never like the majority of the week I would have a headache.
It was all the pudding.
And
you
we
were eating.
never got to the bottom of it. You know, I got my
Like
eyes
in the
checked.
morning, you
Never
would.
drank water as a kid.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna
I
say.
bet, I
It's
bet that's what it was.
dehydration.
I just wasn't
Mellow
hydrated.
Yellow doesn't do it for you. Man,
And that might be why I have a little bit of a headache now.
I do.
Because I'm
I
thirsty.
take 2 ibuprofen for a headache, and I don't like to take pain reliever at all. But if it's one that won't go away,
I always take acetaminophen for my head and ibuprofen for my body.
acetaminophen doesn't do anything for me. I'm immune to
It
it.
doesn't do anything for me either.
Huh. Well,
Cocoa Krispies. Can I have this? This will do
Oh
something
wait,
for
but
me.
I think Excedrin is acetaminophen and caffeine.
it is.
Yeah.
Something else though too, right? It's not just that. It's acetaminophen, something else, and caffeine.
Acetaminophen
Aspirin.
aspirin.
I know my pain relievers.
Yeah, you do. You knew the 65.
65 milligrams of coffee.
Look at that,
I mean,
man.
I mean caffeine.
65 milligrams of coffee is a very small amount of coffee.
Well, it's in a pill form. Make your mutt more mythical with our mythical pattern pack for pups. Available now at mythical.com.